Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and welcome back to another Safari Limited figure showcase for the #HawaiiSafari campaign. Today I've got a big treat for you guys, so without further ado, let's have our wonderful co-host Marvin bring it out. Thank you, Marvin. So today guys, we are going to be taking a look at this. It is the brand new 2017 Safari Limited Giganotosaurus. I'd like to send out a massive thank you to Safari Limited for sending over this gorgeous new release so we can make this video possible today. I am very excited to be taking a closer look at this highly anticipated figure. So without further ado guys, let's dive into the review. Before we start taking a closer look at the figure, here are a few quick facts about Giganotosaurus itself. Giganotosaurus carolini means giant southern lizard. It was a massive carcharodontosaurid that lived in the Cretaceous period of what is now South America. Giganotosaurus could grow up to a whopping 45 feet long, actually surpassing the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex itself in length. It is thought that these giant predators hunted in packs to take down larger prey, such as the South American Titanosaur Argentinosaurus. The first specimen discovered of Giganotosaurus was almost 3/4 complete, including a skull and much of the postcranial skeleton. The fenestrae on the skull of the animal were quite large, indicating this carnivore had a very good sense of smell, assisting it in tracking down prey. Giganotosaurus had long, flat, serrated teeth designed for easily slicing through the flesh of its victims. These same teeth are seen in other carcharodontosaurids, also known as the shark-toothed lizards. So without further ado guys, let's start taking a closer look at this massive South American predator. So here is the 2017 Safari Limited Giganotosaurus, one of the most anticipated releases from Safari for this year. And my goodness, for first impressions, I give this figure an A+ right off the bat. The overall appearance of this thing is just stunning. Now I've seen some people in the dinosaur community dislike this figure just because it has a base. And I have to say I disagree. I love the addition of the support base on this figure for two main reasons. The first reason is the pose. I have never seen a figure from Safari Limited with such an elegant, natural sprinting pose. Bases like this can open up a whole new world of dynamic poses for future dinosaur figures from them, and I think it's a brilliant idea to add them to some of their future releases. The second reason I love the support base is because it makes this figure seem so much more collectible, I guess you could say. This Giganotosaurus model actually reminds me of those extremely expensive dinosaur resin kits you can get. It really makes the model stand out nicely in your collection. The base itself is detailed really nicely. It almost looks as if the Giganotosaurus is sprinting through some muddy terrain because you can see the feet sinking into the ground here. So as far as bases go, if we can get some more awesome poses like this, I definitely want to see some more detailed support bases in the future, especially on these new larger models from Safari, which I hope they continue making in upcoming years. Speaking of larger models, this Giganotosaurus is downright massive. It's so big that I'm actually having trouble fitting it into my filming area here. I've had to push it back quite a ways from the camera to fit the whole thing on screen. Now one question I've seen a lot of people have is whether or not these new larger models from Safari Limited are hollow because of the increased size. And I can assure you this model is solid, nothing's hollowed out here. It's quite a heavy piece actually as well. Now this Giganotosaurus is obviously a replacement for the previously retired Carnegie version, and just looking at the head here, I just wanted to point out the lovely gold painted eye which was also present in the Carnegie version. I really hope Safari Limited continues to use metallic gold paint for the eyes on their future figures. The reflective shininess of the color just really brings the model to life in my opinion. I love these ridges going across the top of the skull as well, and the teeth are done very nicely. On older, smaller Safari Limited figures, the teeth tended to be somewhat rounded and blunt, but here they are individually sculpted and painted. Now if there's any parents out there wondering if these teeth are sharp for play safety with children, they actually are not. The teeth have the appearance of being sharp, but pressing my finger into them here, they actually are not very sharp at all. Also, another very nice detail I want to point out quick is the tongue. It has a glossy finish over it to give it a genuine wet look. Now detail-wise, this figure does not have individually sculpted scales, but the wrinkles and folds in the skin, the toned musculature, and the blending of colors across the body really makes up for it in my opinion. I love the pale gray color going across the body with the white underbelly and these lovely brown stripes. It's a very unique and natural looking color scheme. The striping is very consistent across the body, and I especially like the patterning on the face. So Safari's new larger models for 2017 include two super predators, that being their Giganotosaurus here and their new Tyrannosaurus. I must say I really like this larger scale a lot, and I hope they add some more large predators in the future. Maybe a new Spinosaurus? I would love to see one so much for 2018. And here's another quick look at that gorgeous head sculpt, a formidable but truly beautiful representation of this giant predator. Alright, so for my overall thoughts on this figure, the sculpt, detail, pose, color scheme, everything about this figure is just absolutely stunning. Again, I love the addition of the support base for the dynamic pose, and I hope Safari continues to use this technique to introduce some new awesome poses for future figures. As far as scientific accuracy goes on this figure, this representation of Giganotosaurus is very faithful to the fossil specimen. It looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, great job Safari Ltd. This is without doubt one of my all-time favorites from your company so far. You guys deserve a huge round of applause for this amazing model. So you're probably wondering just how big this model is, so Marvin, bring out the ruler. Thank you, Marvin. Alright, so we've got our trusty flexi ruler now, so let's give this Giganotosaurus a measure. Now it's obvious this figure is longer than 12 inches, so in terms of length we are looking at about 14 inches, and in terms of the height at the highest point, which is the back here, we are looking at about 5 inches. For comparison, here is the 2017 Safari Ltd. Giganotosaurus next to the Safari Ltd. Acrocanthosaurus. If you want to see the review for this figure, link will be down below in the description. These two Carcharodontosaurids look very nice next to each other, although they are not in scale. I would like to see a new Acrocanthosaurus from Safari that scales up with this new Giganotosaurus though. I think that would be really cool. Make sure you guys go check out the Safari Ltd. Acrocanthosaurus. It's a really awesome figure. Up next for comparison, here is the 2017 Safari Ltd. Giganotosaurus next to the Safari Ltd. Suchomimus. If you want to see the review for this figure, link will be down below in the description. Although these large carnivores are not to scale, they are beautifully done with their lovely sculpts, and like I said with the Acrocanthosaurus, I would love to see a larger Suchomimus model as well. I think it would look fantastic. Make sure you guys go check out the Safari Ltd. Suchomimus, it's an awesome piece. And finally for comparison, here is the 2017 Safari Ltd. Giganotosaurus next to the Safari Ltd. Dinosaurus. If you want to see the review for this figure, link will be down below in the description. We have just recently reviewed the 2017 Dinosaurus on the channel. It is a fantastic model, and I recommend getting both of these new 2017 figures for your collection. They are both absolutely beautiful, so make sure you go check out the new Dinosaurus. It's an awesome model. Well, there we go guys, that was today's look at Safari Ltd.'s 2017 Giganotosaurus. This model just has me at a loss for words. It is truly a stunning piece to add to your collection. I definitely recommend that you pick it up, especially if you are a fan of large predatory dinosaurs. So if you guys want to get this model for yourself, make sure you head on over to www.safarilimited.com. Also be sure to check out their other awesome products. And if you guys want to learn more about the #HawaiiSafari campaign, check out their Facebook page and other social media. Anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Also leave a comment telling me your opinion on this new model. So thank you so much guys for watching, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Take care and bye bye.